Brave Maker Show is hosted by Tony Gapastione. Thanks for tuning in. It's showtime.
Oh, hey. Okay, we're starting live. Hello. Happy 2026, everybody. This is Tony Gapastione. I'm a writer, director, and producer based in the San Francisco Bay Area. I run Brave Maker, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. That's a mouthful, but that just means we're dedicated to public service and community development. It is an organization that has been around since 2018. So that means here in 2026, we're going on our 8th year. Thank you to everybody who is a part of Brave Maker and who takes our classes and is a donor or is a film festival submitter or volunteer. Everything that we do is because of you enabling it to happen. And I thought I'd start out 2026 with some thoughts around how do you do what you love? What is the way to make sure this new year is filled with opportunities for you to go after your dreams and go after your goals? And one of the things that I have made my mantra is living your dreams is a hell of a lot of work. So you have to, I have to, we have to learn how to go after our dreams and make it happen. So I've got a little post-it note here. There are 5 different things that I want to share with you that are strategies, and I'm going to riff on them a little bit here on January 2nd of 2026. So buckle in, settle down, take some notes, and let me know what you think. If you are a social media person, my encouragement to you is please share this, get in the comments, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, wherever you are consuming this content. Get connected because you never know how these relationships are going to work out and develop for you in the future. Okay, so number 1, my goal and encouragement for you, not just for you, wait a second. Oh, that was the wrong post-it. My goal for myself to be someone who is a high achieving creative person is to, number 1, just schedule it. I just did a video on Instagram about this, and I think it's super practical and simple. Do you have a plan for your year, for your life that revolves around something like, looking at your schedule on a regular basis? And here's some simple tips that have been helpful for me. I'm someone who likes to work out, and I like to make sure I'm at the gym at least 3 days a week. And I'm also taking long walks and hikes and making sure I'm getting exercise and cardio and that kind of stuff. That's planned in my schedule. Planned in my schedule. I know I have an hour every morning between a certain time when my kids go to school and when I need to start work. So that is a planned thing. One of the things that has been really helpful for me over the years, and I've been a lot of years, so I've been able to find some really helpful routines, is to look at my life in this way. There's weekly rhythms, monthly rhythms, quarterly rhythms, and annual rhythms. So think about 2026, and you've got 363 days left of this year. It's a lot of time. Look at things, maybe I would also add daily. So daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, annual. What is something that you do every single day that is in your schedule? Well, you got to eat, brush your teeth, drink water, all that kind of stuff. You're scheduling these things. These things become normal and habitual, and you just live into them because that's what you do. Now, the other thing I would say is for your weekly rhythm, if you're an actor, are you weekly reading some sort of book? Are you weekly in a class? Are you weekly meeting with some friends? Are you weekly doing some visioning, doing a vision board or something like that? Are you weekly watching some behind the scenes content, or are you weekly doing something that's going to grow your craft so that you can become better at what you do and who you are? Schedule. I think it's also important to have monthly rhythms. Like Brave Maker has these monthly rhythms. We have weekly ones too. We have our weekly mastermind every Monday, and that is something that I started over a year ago. It's a support group on Monday, and it's education, and it's people developing relationships in the industry with high achieving people who work from New York to LA. But monthly, we have mixers. Are you joining a group every single month. If you're in the Bay Area or LA, where Bravemaker does our monthly events, there's a plethora of companies, organizations, and collectives that have things happening every single month. I think it's important to schedule that, to look at your month and go, okay, one Friday night a month or the second Tuesday of every month. Bravemaker has also started doing online mixers via Zoom. So now we have a free, and it's free. Some of these things cost, unless you're in our mastermind and they're included in the membership. But the online Zoom mixer is every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, 8 p.m. Eastern time. And it's about 15 or 20 people, sometimes more, who will jump on, and people share their work, share a short film, talk about what they're working on, get in breakout rooms, and build relationships from anywhere. That is a monthly rhythm. I think it is important to make sure you're doing things in person. And, as I'm still here in the number one, if you ever find yourself, and I'm going to start talking about money more. If you ever find yourself saying, oh, I can't afford that, I really want to challenge that mindset of affording. I took my daughter to a concert last year. Tickets were over $200 each. I buy coffee sometimes that can be near $9 a cup. That is ridiculous. And now I'm definitely trying to cut back on that because I think that's a little expensive. But people will say, oh, I can't take that class, or I can't go to that mixer, it's too expensive. And I say, well, think about what you spend and what you value. If you value your career, if you value your creative growth as a craftsperson and artist in the entertainment industry, it's going to cost you. So make it work. Find ways to budget and sacrifice other things so that you can really invest in yourself. Again, go back to that schedule, that monthly. Then quarterly, every 3 months, are you doing something special? Go on a retreat to the beach. Take some time to do something you don't normally do daily, weekly, monthly. I think that is really important. Look at your year broadly. I just was referencing my video that I did on Instagram. I want to really encourage you to go and check it out. And I'm going to just show a quick little visual of it if you're watching on YouTube or wherever you are. And I just talked about, I have this huge calendar on my door in my office where I can see January, all the months through December. And it really helps me to visualize what things I need to do to get to where I want to be. And here's a phrase that really is something important when it comes to going after your goals and making sure you're being able to do what you love, is in order to get somewhere you are not right now, you have to do things you're not doing. In order to be somewhere new, you have to do things. So get on that schedule, figure out your quarterly brainstorm where you're reflecting on your goals. If you're not reaching your goals when you go to that cafe by the beach every month, you can start to evaluate, why aren't you? What is happening that needs to change? And then annually, for me, I do an annual, obviously, film festival, Bravemaker, July 8th to the 12th. It's now 5 days. Maybe that's your annual event that's special. But I go to Sundance every year and have been since 2013. And it's been life-changing for me. So get that rhythm, figure that out, plan it, make it happen, whether you use a digital calendar on your phone or a paper analog planner. That is going to be one of the keys to, I think, doing what you love. All right. Number 2, talk less. Say less and do more. One of the things that we talk about in our screenwriting classes, and any screenwriter worth their salt knows that characters aren't always just what they say. Characters are what they do. In fact, sometimes a good screenwriter will have a character say something and have them do the complete opposite, because that's drama in conflict. And we want to see that kind of stuff happen in our characters. But for you as a human being, if you are talking about your dreams and talking about your goals, but you're not going after them, that's going to be really problematic. That's going to potentially be something not only that is eroding in your mental health, but also will erode the trust that people have around you as potential collaborators. I know when I hear people talking about making a feature film and I don't see them taking any action on it. Now, no discredit to people who it takes years. I just did a feature film in 2025 that took me 10 years to do it, but I was continually working at it to get there, fundraising and such. If you are talking about your goals and you haven't started and actualized the plan, that's problematic. It's easier to talk about it. So my number two, encouragement to you. If you want to do more of what you love, just do it. Make it happen. Get that plan and stop talking about it so much that it becomes a dream that is baseless, that doesn't have any foundation, because it's too easy. It's too easy to be what was that old story, like the boy who cried wolf, right? Don't just be the person who talks about it, but be the person who does it. All right, number three, I do more of what you love, has to do with the money conversation again. Is sometimes I think part of our challenges that we don't do more of what we love is because we're basing so much on the financial end of things. Being in this industry, and I'm seeing so much transparency right now from people who are on social media, and I totally appreciate this. Like people like Belgica Rodriguez, who's one of our Bravemaker partners. She's constantly posting transparently how many auditions she did, how much money she made on things, like all that kind of stuff. It's not easy to do the creative work if we're depending on creative work to pay our bills. So you have to find, number three, you have to find something that's going to be a source of income, and find some constant source of income. Find ways to be able to pay your bills so that you can make the time to do what you love. And that might mean also, if you're working a 40-hour-a-week job, doing something that is going to pay the bills, try to find a way to bring your creativity into it. I think a lot of supervisors or bosses might even be open, if you are a filmmaker out there or an actor, to try to say, pitch them how the work that you're doing, whether you're a server at a restaurant or you're working in tech, try to find ways to incorporate creativity in there so that you're doing what you love, even at a job that maybe isn't 100% in the bullseye of entertainment like you want to be. Does that make sense? I think for some of I'm a pastor, and I get to do work with the faith community a lot, and I'm always pitching them, let's watch films as a community, let's bring filmmakers in here, let's make a film. And this faith community that I'm a part of has been super open to it. I think there are so many jobs out there, like every single job, every single employer has to figure out how to be a good storyteller, how to tell the story of your company, how to be creative, how to have a real presence on social media. So even this is one of our actors who was in our academy named Jaron. I remember he told me he called local businesses, and because he wanted to be a voiceover actor, offered to record their voicemail, their outgoing voicemail. Yeah, think about that. Maybe your voicemail becomes super creative. You add some sound effects to it, or I don't know. Like, there are just so many ways to do what you love in a job that is going to help you pay the bill. So find ways to thread that needle. Think out of the box. Think creatively. That's what you do. If you are a creative person, you think creatively, and you have to figure out ways to make things happen. All right, number 4. If you want to do what you love, you're going to have to learn how to say no. Number 4, this is really about also being somebody who is responsive. Tonight, I got some free tickets to go to a comedy club, and I just hit up some people that were on our Bravemaker team. And I got, I heard back so quickly from some of them. It was so great. Like, yes, no. People were very adamant. Sometimes like, I'm going to pass on this. I'm sitting this one out. I just really appreciate that people were saying no. And then there's the people who are just like, yeah, I'll be there. What time? Blah, blah, blah. And then there's people who have not responded whatsoever. And maybe I am shading those people who have not responded. It is a holiday weekend. This is the second. I texted people on the first. It happens. But more and more, I am seeing the commonality in the entertainment industry when it comes to building relationships or booking jobs or just kind of like floating ideas out to people, that I'm getting, I don't know, maybe 50 or 60% responses. And I have to chase down 30 to 40% of people. And that can be really tiring and exhausting. So my number 4 is just learn how to respond quicker, make decisions quicker. Sometimes I think I don't respond quick because I'm not sure. That's okay. Just respond and say, let me think about it. Or give yourself a personal deadline. I love personal deadlines and responses. I'll let you know by end of day Friday. Or can I have 24 hours to think about it? Stuff like that communicates to your potential collaborators, your friends, or even your family, just expectations to Be a trustworthy person who is, out there willing to engage with you. I think it's easy, and this is kind of, I don't know, maybe a hot take. It could be lazy, or if we're too busy, maybe we are too busy. Maybe he's like, no, I'm not responding to emails. I'm off, or my phone is on do not disturb. And I get it. I have my phone on do not disturb all the time, but there are limits. That if we want to be a professional in this industry, if we want to be doing what we love, I have probably closed the door on some relationships in 2025 for lack of responses, or you just don't hear from certain people in an adequate amount of time, and I'm moving on. I'm looking for a DP. I'm going, okay, cool. I'm gonna hit up this person. If I don't hear from them in 24 hours, I'm gonna go to the next person. That is just, I think, professional. And I know we all get busy, and creative people, we can be pigeonholed into just being right brained, or we're not good at left brain stuff, which is, if not trying to be patronizing, but right brain is more like, oh yeah, we like to dream and brainstorm and play and have fun and improv. And left brain people are like, let's get it on the schedule, yes or no, what time should I be there, show up early. Like, I think there are ways to merge those together. And as a right-brained person, that's like, as someone who, I just like to act, I like to create, I want to direct, I want to play. I have had to learn how to get better at being direct, yes or no, make decisions, because we have to be good decision makers. We have to, if we want to do what we love, we're going to have to say no a lot to make sure we're prioritizing our time to do things that we want to do. That phrase, if it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. So number 4, if you really want to do what you love, my encouragement to you in 2026 is respond quicker. Go with your gut. That's a great other thing too. If your gut is telling you, I'm not sure I'm going to like this, or I don't know if I will be my best self doing this project, or even just hanging out with these people at a comedy club, whatever it is, say no, make it quick, go with your gut. All right. Number 5, what did I say? Number 5, I can't even remember. Oh yeah. Number 5, if you want to do what you love, you're going to have to risk. You have to scare the hell out of yourself at times. You're going to have to do things that maybe are outside of your comfort zone. You're going to have to stretch yourself. Like this year, I'm looking into vertical dramas. I'm looking into doing an independent show that's not like a short film or a movie that's serial and episodic. That's something that really kind of scares me, because I've been writing TV shows, pilots, and pitching them and trying to get other people to buy them and make them. But here we are in 2026. Our entertainment industry is constricting. There was at one point over 600 television shows. Now I'm hearing there's like 200 or 300 television shows. I have so many screenwriter friends that were in rooms of major television shows, and now they're looking for work and have been for quite a long time. So me trying to break in and get into those writer room spaces and be a showrunner doesn't look like it's going to happen. But I can make my own show. I can do it from my phone. So 2026, I've got big plans on that big ass calendar that are going to include doing something that scares me and risking, which means going back to everything else I talked about, my scheduling, how I plan my time, my money. I got to get really good at that stuff, but it's going to open up opportunities that I create myself to do what I love. So if you want to do what you love, do it. What's stopping you? If you are a filmmaker, if you are an actor, if you are a creator or a maker of any kind, you have to get good at being an entrepreneur. I really believe filmmaking life is entrepreneurial life. It's like you are your own company. You are a startup. So start acting like that. Start treating your finances, your time, your whole ethos like you are your own company. That's what's going to get you to live the dreams that you want to live. And it's going to be a hell of a lot of work, but it's going to be so worth it. All right. I'm Tony Gapastione. Thanks for watching or listening. This is number 313, a 313 episode of the Brave Maker podcast. I hope you do what you want to do as a creative. I hope you love what you want to do. If you're watching and you have any questions about being a part of the Brave Maker community, please hit me up. I'm at Tony Gapastione on all of the social medias. You can also check out our website at bravemaker.com. There is a calendar there where you can see all the things we have coming up. We have classes. I'm so proud of the things that we have coming up. We have a acting class with our new acting coach, Soma Mitra, which starts on Monday nights. That is February 2nd, 6:30 to 9:30 p.m. If you are an actor and have dreams of becoming an actor, you got to get your butt in classes, because for some people, this is a hot take. For some people, acting classes are really going to be the majority of the acting work you're going to do. Even when you book a commercial or a film, you're on set for a short amount of time, and you're acting sometimes even for less. You're on set for 14 hours a day, 12 hours a day. You might be in front of the camera only 6 of those hours. So get in a class, and you're going to be able to be practicing that craft a lot more. We also have the Brave Maker Academy, which starts February 18th. I've got I think 4 spots left, and that's where we make a film as an acting class. So what acting class do you actually get to not only learn technique, work with a working director, bring original characters to life, and make a film that gets seen on a big screen at a film festival with a red carpet experience? Brave Maker Academy, and so many more things. If you go to bravemaker.com, please check that out. And if you're watching this and you care about Brave Maker, you care about the arts, I would encourage you to become a Brave Maker partner. These are people who believe in the vision that we have, that are donating every single month, anywhere from $5 to $300. And that helps keep this organization alive. That helps pave the way for me to do more mentoring, to work with interns, to build more classes, to travel back and forth to LA, to, last year we did 2 feature films. We want to continue to make feature films starring you all out there. So be a part of this organization and follow us on social media at bravemaker.org, on Insta, we're on LinkedIn, we're on TikTok, we're on all the places. Say hi. Last thing I'll say is I'm encouraging, I don't want to beg people, but use social media for encouragement. Get out of your head feeling like, you can't say hi to somebody or comment something more than an emoji. I love emojis, but I want more than an emoji. Are you? Give you more than emojis in your comments. Use the power of encouragement on social media. The power of encouragement can get you starting in a relationship. I use social media to build relationships with filmmakers that I want to come on this podcast, or that I want to be a part of our film festival. There is such power there that it's not utilized. It's under the radar, underutilized. You have so much influence right here on your phone. Mine is really bright and annoying yellow, but makes me happy. All right. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks so much for being a part of this Brave Maker podcast. If you listened or watched, I'd love to know what you think. If you want more information about what I am about, you can find me, again, like I said, in all the places. I'm usually pretty responsive within a day or 2 or 3 on social media, and I'm here to help people go after their creative goals, because that's what I want to be doing. All right. Thanks, y'all. We'll see you on the next one, and I encourage you to be going after your goals. Remember, brave stories change the world, and you are the story. All right, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook at bravemaker.org. Like, subscribe, and share. To become a monthly donor, text the word Brave Maker to 44321 or go to bravemaker.com/donate. Thanks for tuning in.